Good morning, friends. It's time to do some blending. We're going to start today by graphing A, D, 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 and a short O, da, D, ah, da. And adding our T, D, ah, dot, dot, dot. Perfect. What about this one? We'll graph a T, 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 and a short O, ah, ta, ta, and p, p, top, top, top. Perfect. And we'll start with a short O, ah, ah, on, on, on. Excellent. I'm really excited because we know that two is a high frequency word, isn't it? But it's one of those words that we need to know by heart. So when we're sounding out words and it's a short O, we say ah. This is two, but it's a by heart word. On is a high frequency word, but you can actually sound it out. Ah. Yay. Let's tap it, map it, graph it, zap it. Well, let's go. It's actually tap it, map it, zap it, graph it, right? We got this. So let's put our little, you can use paper clips, you can use coins. Miss LeBear happens to have these little fun math manipulatives at her house. That's because I'm one of those teachers. Teachers have the weirdest things in their house. And they use all this stuff like double stick tape and paper towel rolls. All right, let's do our tap it. So dot, do you remember? Dot. D, ah, t. D, ah, t. That's how many sounds? Three. Three. So we'll map it. D, ah, t. And then we will sound it out. D, ah, t. Da, dot, dot, dot. And we zap it right off the page. There we go. And once we read it from left to right, now we can graph it. D, ah, t, dot. So smart. I have the smartest class, as we already know. All right, let's look at the next one. We said top, right? T, up, t, up, t, up. Three sounds. T, up, ta, top, top. We zap it right off the page. T, up, top. Excellent. Boys and girls, remember you can always stop the video and slow down. Miss LeBear forgets to remind you about that. All right, here goes. And now we have on. Ah, n, ah, n. How many sounds is that? Just two. I put an extra thing down here. Let's try this. Okay. Ah, n, on. Here goes. Ah, n, on, on, on. And we'll graph it. O, N, on. Excellent. Let's get our dictation journal out. Yippee dippy. I like our dictation journal. It always makes me happy. So today is a very special day because today's the day that Miss Cole came. But it is September, which is the 9th month of the year. It's also the 17th day of the month. And it's also the 20th 20th year of the millennial. So this is 9/17/20. And let's number that page. I made my lines for my date a little bit big, so I'm going to skip a line, come down here. I'm going to make my 2 lines long, because then this is my bottom line, my middle line, and my top line, right? We can use our paper just like we use fancy writing paper. I have some fancy writing paper because I am a teacher, so I always keep stuff around. But you can see we don't need that dotted line because we're making it right here. So you can make your own fancy writing paper at home. All right, skip a line, number 2, 3, 4, and 5. Boy, did I get close to my margin line with that. But it's okay to make some mistakes, right? Sometimes you do. I bet you know our first word. I'm going to switch them around a little bit. Can you spell top? Top. He is on top of the world. If you want to pause your video and try it yourself, go ahead. And Ms. LeBear will do it too. Top. And see, when we skip a line, we have that extra space for the P, because P has a tail, right? Up. Excellent. I'm going to on. On. He was on top of the world. On. You can pause it. Ah. On. And then dot. Dot. D. Ah. And t. T. Dot. Excellent. I know how great you guys do. All right. We're going to do a phrase. And today they really did do a phrase. It's not a sentence. Sometimes they trick us with doing those short sentences and calling it a phrase. But this one says D. And since it's a capital, since it's a beginning of a sentence or a phrase, we're capitalizing it. And this time it's going to be D. Ah. T. They're actually switching from dot as the dot that you make, like polka dot, to Dot, which can be a name. It's a nickname for Dorothy. Some people used to be named Dot. You might have an aunt or a grandma who might be named Dot. You might have a friend who's named Dot, right? But Dot can be used as a name as well. Dot on. Dot on. So a phrase is just a few words together. Now we're going to write our sentence. If you need to pause the video to slow down, go right ahead. This sentence starts with the name Dot. Dot. Dot is on and I bet you know the last word of that sentence. Dot is on top. Top. Dot is on top. She could be on top of the monkey bars. She could be on top of a box. She could be on top of the world. All right, boys and girls, I will see you back at the classroom at 12. I hope you read a book in between. I really do. You have a little bit of self-care today? Take it and read to somebody. It's always fun to read. See you in a little bit.